Hello everyone, welcome back. It is Monday morning here and I've been up for a little bit, but it's actually like 8:45. I'm gonna leave in a couple minutes to go pick Crispin up from the rec center. I have been on the hunt this morning for a folder that I have from our co-op. I taught the kindergarten through second grade class, and I was keeping all their papers in this folder so that at the end of the year, which is now, I could combine them together and staple each kid's pages so they'll have a whole packet of what they did for the entire school year. And I cannot find that folder anywhere. I am feeling awful. I'm like, it's got to be around here. The kids are going to be so sad if I've lost all of their pages from the school year, because they've been asking me almost weekly when they would get their papers, and so they're all looking forward to it. So I've got to find the folder that has all the papers in it. I have a few of them, but I know I had that folder somewhere. I just have to remember where I put it. So it's a purple folder. Should be easy to find, I would think, but I can't find it. So gonna continue looking for that, but I thought I would show you my sweet potatoes on the counter. They are doing amazing. I do need to take a couple of them. They're past due for being planted, so I need to go out and do that today. We've got a warm day today, supposed to be some severe weather coming in this afternoon and evening, so we may get a lot of rain, so I should probably get them planted today. That would be good, so they can have all that rain. All right, so this one so far is not really doing anything. It's just got some few roots growing down here. Oh, focus in, there we go, a few roots growing, so that's fine. This one started getting some slips on it, and those need to grow a bit longer before I pull them off to plant. So I did.
This one's ready.
That one is ready. Okay, you're gonna have to hop down because you're right in the light. Oh, careful. I did read that the way you plant these is you actually break these slips off. Supposed to put these in water and let the roots grow. So like this one need a little bit longer and then put it in the water. But what I did with these, and I think the reason this worked is because these are already down in the water. So this one is big. It's growing so fast, just sitting in this water. But it's got a ton of roots on it. So many roots. So
Mommy,
I should be able,
all in the water.
yeah, I should be able to just break these off and plant them straight into the dirt. And they're big enough, I think, to do that. So I've got a couple.
Mom,
There's another one in there, huh?
Like,
Don't be careful. Be careful.
Still.
Yeah. So there's a few growing here, and there's a couple more on this side starting to take shape. So super exciting, but I do need to at least get this great big one and probably this next one broken off of there and put outside. But something we're going to do today is get those planted. See, I'm wondering about this one. This is not down in the water, so I don't know if the roots will grow off of it the way that these ones did, because the bottoms of them are down in the water. So I'm not sure if these will do that or not. I might need to maybe move my toothpicks up a bit to put the rest of this down into the jar and get a bigger jar. Okay, I'm making breakfast this morning and we're having sausage and eggs. I'm about out of eggs, so I'm gonna have to go to the store this afternoon, which is fine. I do need to get some more cream and probably some more cottage cheese and some string cheese. Just some of those things that I said we would probably run out of before our 3 weeks was up from our grocery haul. So we'll do that this afternoon, hopefully. Crispin's making a protein shake. He's also gonna have a breakfast sandwich with some of these eggs and sausage.
Morning has broken, my windows are open. Wanna feel the wind blow through my hair. Which way do I follow? What happens tomorrow? I turn to you and hope you can guide the way. Sometimes I give up, just wanna be on my own. Even in the darkest times, you give me hope. So I lean on you when I'm lost my way. I keep holding on for a better day. I lean on you when the world's astray. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer.
Crispin turned his eggs and sausage into a breakfast sandwich. That's what Caden's did too. And then Clayton put some real maple syrup on his sausage. And then mine's just plain.
In times that are changing and when hope is fading, I know I can turn to
got a package in the mail this morning, and I wanted to show you what it is. I recently applied for a scholarship through the Generations curriculum, homeschool curriculum, and they gave me 70% off their printed items, and then they also gave me 40% off anything that they sell through other, you know, like for other publishers or whatever. I also got 100% off of any audiobooks or PDFs. So I got a few things. I had a really hard time picking what I wanted. I knew I was gonna get Coulter's history. So I did pick that up. I got the PDF of the workbook, I got the audiobook, and I got the physical textbook. And then I also grabbed a few other things that were not published by Generations, and that was it. Oh, and then I got the I got a couple of their audiobooks I'll show you in a minute. But I just was already set on the things I wanted to use. I have a lot of resources here, and I didn't want to spend any extra money. But if I really enjoy these things that I have for this year from Generations, we may try to use some more of their curriculum next year. So I'm going to show you first the couple things that I got. This one is Virtuous. This is a study for ladies of every age. It's by Nancy Wilson, and it's just basically a study for me to go through with my girls. They're getting older, and I wanted something that hopefully will guide me through just a discussion time with them, a discipleship time. So I went ahead and picked that up. And then I also got these two books from Master Books. I love Master Books. That is what the majority of our homeschooling will be this year, is from Master Books. But I could get these cheaper from Generations with my discount, and my middle schoolers will need this for their science next year. So I went ahead and picked up the ocean book and the astronomy book. And then the last physical book that I got is How Jesus Built His Church. This is for Coulter. He will be actually a junior in high school next year, but he has not ever studied church history. His freshman year, he did American history. He went through America's Story 1 and 2 from Master Books. Last year, his sophomore year, he did book 3 of America's Story plus World Story 1 from Master Books. So that was his history. And then this year I was planning to have him do World Story 2 and 3 to finish out his world history, but they do not have those available on audiobook, and he needs the audiobook. And so I just decided we would skip that for now, and we will move on to some church history. So he's going to be listening through and following along this book, How Jesus Built His Church, along with doing the workbook that goes with it, so I can kind of track his progress a bit more and maybe help to solidify some things in his mind. But I'm really excited about this. This is something even I would like to listen to, and I may do that on my you know, on the audiobook version. I could download that onto my phone and just have something to listen through. But let me show you on the computer also the other audiobooks that I got. Actually, I'm going to show you on my phone. I forgot that Generations has this super cool app that has got all of the things that I purchased. So I went ahead and got their Taking for Jesus series for on audiobook. This is their elementary and middle school history series, and I got the entire thing on audiobook. We have Taking the Americas for Jesus, the story of Jesus' people, and then there's the How Jesus Built His Church for Coulter, Taking the Middle East for Jesus, Taking Europe for Jesus, Taking Asia for Jesus, Taking Africa for Jesus, and then I also got Stepping Heavenward, which is just an audiobook that a friend recommended, was super impactful for her when she was young. So these are the other audiobooks that I got. My plan is to just listen through those with my elementary and middle school aged kids, and we will be doing mainly world history this year, but I'll have a you know, a curriculum video coming out eventually once I get everything gathered together and ready to go. But we'll just listen through one book at a time and work our way through that series and see what we think of it, and then if we love it, we will maybe move on with some more generation things next year. But it is our last week of school for this year. Of course, we will be doing math and language arts throughout the summer, but we're going to take the entire month of May off. So this is our last full week of school this week, and we have not started yet. I don't even know what time it is. Let's see. 10. It's 10:10. And the girls are over at the neighbor's house taking care of their dogs. We need to get started soon. I did a reorganize of our schoolroom. It was just seemed so crowded in here and it was driving me bonkers. So we've got our table here now. I do need to expand that table out a bit. It will have to be longer. That's not big enough for all of us to fit at. I took the maps off the wall. I took most of the pictures off the wall. I still haven't taken down the timeline yet. But I just reorganized a little bit and took some things out of here so that we had some more room in here. And actually, I really like the way that it has turned out. We just got stuff still that needs cleaned out, but I'm not gonna worry about that too much right now. I do need to get this table cleared off so that we are ready for school when the kids get done at the neighbor's house.
Sometimes I give up, just wanna be on my own. Even in the darkest times, you give me hope. So I lean on you when
Alright, my kids are finishing their group work. Clayton and I are gonna go outside and check on the strawberries. I don't know if I showed you my cover that Coulter made for me, but he did finally get it done. Coulter got this done. It's completely enclosed with chicken wire, so that'll keep all the critters out of there. And the strawberries are doing really good. They're growing so big. And the berries are getting big in there. Let's roll this off and see if we find any berries. Ooh. There we go.
Oh, look, they're so big.
I know, they're getting so big. Oh, look at all of them.
I know, they're so big.
Nice.
We're gonna get some strawberries.
That's exciting, huh?
Yeah.
There they are. There's a lot of them in here. Another one down here. And I know there's more here. Lots of flowers. Lots of berries going on. Super duper exciting. I think I'll go get the hose, give these guys some water for the day. It's going to be really hot today, so I'm going to go grab the hose and give them some water. Oh, that one's really big. That one. Very nice. And then that way, in case it doesn't rain like they're saying it's going to, they'll have some water, but this water will last them throughout the day so they don't get too dry. I have got sunflowers galore coming up in my lawn. See all these sunflowers? They are all over the place right here. This must be where the squirrels decided, or the birds, or whatever critter was hauling our birdseed around in here. All these sunflowers are growing up like crazy right here in my grass. So obviously they will not do anything. We'll cut them before they turn into flowers, but this is super funny. And my blueberries are doing okay. This one's got some green. Looks like it's kind of turning brown though. I may need to get some fertilizer for it. That one down there is doing a lot better than this one. It is much later than I wanted to start doing this. It's actually like 11:30 now. But we will do this anyway. We don't really have a ton to do because we are winding down with our last week of school. The kids have, most of them have finished their handwriting books, and so independent work is pretty quick. We're gonna do our truth trackers because we do have one more truth trackers before we end that for the year. We'll be gone for the last one because it's going to be while we're in Colorado. So at truth trackers, throughout the year they have memory verses they memorize and homework they fill out in their books, and then each week they earn points for doing those things. And so at the end of each semester they have a little store and the kids get to go and use their points to buy things at the store, and everybody loves it. It's so fun. It's a good incentive for the kids to get their work done, and they all learn lots of memory verses throughout the year, which is great. We're going to go through this now and get our history and science done. And then I've got Cadence I need to help with her independent language arts, and then we'll be done for today unless Clayton wants to do his. He is in kindergarten. He does everything else with us. I have not been forcing him to do his schoolwork the last couple weeks because he's just been wanting to build all of the Legos. He loves Legos, and so I've just been letting him do that instead.
I'm trying to make a big couch.
A big couch.
Yeah, I'll show. Can I take it over there to show him all my Legos?
Maybe in a minute. Let's get our school done, okay?
I make a whole bunch of Legos all over there.
Okay.
It's right next to How many?
Okay. Today we are going to talk about Jesus. It says Jesus Christ. What he did, he died and rose from the dead. And the question for this week is, how did Jesus provide for my redemption?
Ow.
And Carrington already almost has the verse memorized. It says, while we were still helpless at the right time, Christ died for the ungodly.
Romans 5:6.
How do you already have that memorized?
Because we did it at Chip Tracker.
Oh, you practiced it already, huh?
We practiced.
Okay, it says the Old Testament scripture looks forward to Jesus' death and resurrection, while the New Testament scripture looks back at Jesus Christ's death and resurrection. Through Jesus' death, he became the final and complete sacrifice for our sins. And through his resurrection, he conquered the power of Satan, death, and sin. So let's say the memory verse one more time. Okay. For while we were still helpless, at the right time, Christ died for the ungodly. Romans 5:6. Okay, let's do it again. We are working our way through our bird books. We didn't do any science last week. We kind of got behind last week.
These in the
Yep, and then come back and grab your book. So the kids are still working their way through these. We have quite a few birds, so we may just continue to do this over the summer every once in a while until we complete this book, but the kids do seem to enjoy this. Today they're coloring a picture of an owl while we read about owls out of our 2 books. Great Horned Owl, page 38 of this one.
Their talons are very good.
They are.
It's right next. Yeah. That.
So our 2 books that we're using for this, Marvels of Creation, Breathtaking Birds from Master Books, and we also are using God's Big Book of Animals. Not every bird from this other book is in the Big Book of Animals, but I've marked which ones are so that we can read about them when we get to them. I'm pretty sure owls are in this book, so we will be reading about owls today out of this book as well as the other one. Page 28 it says.
What does the owl look like?
There they are.
Who am I that the maker of heaven would love me and know me by name? In a world where I feel like a stranger, his love came and found me the same. In each breath that I breathe, when I wake or I sleep, everything I need is found in you, all in you.
Okay, so this is not black, this is blue. You want to do blue?
Mom, because there is no black one. I'll go find
I can
one.
find a black.
Back up.
We're done with our group work. And for co-op this week, this is the last day of like anything like class time for co-op, the last week. And their kids are doing a wax museum. So we have each kid.
I'm gonna be George Washington.
Yeah, each kid picked out a person and we're making costumes for them. And then they're also doing some sentences about that person. The older kids are doing more. They have written papers and they have to make display boards about their person. But the younger kids are just dressing up, having a few sentences that they've memorized that they're going to get up and say in front of everyone. So we're working on that now. We have sentences done. And everyone has their character, but we've got to finish getting our costumes together. So Clayton is George Washington. We're getting ready to make him a hat and a wig. Carrington is being, who are you?
Kate Warren.
Kate Warren.
I was an American law enforcement officer.
She was an American law enforcement officer. And what else? What about her?
I was the first female detective.
First female
Mom, can I
detective.
say
Where?
mine? In the United States.
In the United
I say
States.
mine?
So that's Biddy's person.
So I am George Washington. I was the first president of the United States. I had many horses. One was called Nelson and Blueskin. I am,
And they were in the war.
and they won the war with me.
Kendon, who are you being?
Leif Erikson.
Can you say that so a little louder and slower?
Leif Erikson.
Leif Erikson. And who was he?
Who's the first Christian from America?
And he was a Viking. So Kendon is making his axe, his Viking axe, out of cardboard.
This is never gonna work.
And he's got to we have to go to the store and buy some foil because my foil keeps unraveling the wrong direction. So he's going to make a helmet and an axe. Cadence is Emma Edmonds, and she was a Civil War spy, and we're actually reading this book about her right now. So she's got her costume all figured out, but the rest of the kids are getting theirs all done. Actually, Biddy's is done. She's wearing a Halloween costume that she had that's a police officer. So it's technically not what Kate Warren would have looked like, but it still is a police costume. So I'm going to go ahead and let her wear that. So this is Crispin's board. Not completely finished yet. He's working on it. The other kids are outside skating, but I'm going to get out leftovers for lunch today because our fridge is full. We went to some friends' house last night for a barbecue, and we've got leftover lots of hamburgers and all of the stuff for hamburgers, and so I'm gonna get that out to warm up for lunch. Here's our lunch. We've got some coleslaw. These are homemade buns that I made yesterday, hamburger buns, hamburgers, and then all the fixins. And this is some mac and cheese that my friend brought. I've got some coleslaw. I've got one chaffle with the hamburger on there with some cheese, onion, tomato, pickles and lettuce, and some sugar-free ketchup and some mustard. And this is what I'm gonna have for lunch today. All right, we are at Sam's Club. Brought the kids to get the things that we need. My two big boys are gone playing basketball, but I have all the other kids here with me. We're gonna grab a few things here. We are not going to spend a lot of time in the store, but we are gonna grab the stuff that we need. You can grab one of those. Clayton, you wanna put this in? Got it? Heavy. One more of those, please. Come here and put this in there, please.
Can we go that one?
No, I gotta keep going this way. Minnie's got the eggs. Minnie's coming to put the eggs in.
Can we go that way after
Get some strawberries. They're on sale right now. What are these?
What are these?
Dragon's Eye Longan.
Can you buy them and we can see
No,
what they
they're really
taste
expensive.
like? How much
Very
are they?
expensive. They're
Oh, and they're
$7.
soft.
$7 a pound.
They're soft.
Exotic fruit. Okay, we just got back from the grocery store. Let me show you everything that we got while we were there. After this, we are going to do some cleaning up before my husband gets home, and I'm going to start working on making dinner. So my last grocery haul, I said, was for 3 weeks, and I wasn't going to go grocery shopping, but that did not last very long because we needed to get some more milk. So I got 3 gallons of milk. We ran out of eggs, so I got a big box of eggs. I also picked up some apples while we were there because the kids enjoy those for a snack. We're almost out of cream, so I got 2 jugs of heavy cream. I got a package of pepperoni because I did use the rest of our pepperoni and I wanted to make pizza at least one more time. So I got some pepperonis. I also got some little smokies that we are going to use for dinner tonight. I've got a jug of Coffee Mate coffee creamer. My kids use this sometimes in there when they have coffee or if they have tea. I also got a pack of Egg Life egg white wraps. I was very happy to see these there. They were much cheaper than they are at Aldi. Thank you. Much cheaper than at Aldi. They have the roasted garlic and herb and the original in there. So we'll see what we think of the roasted garlic and herb. And hopefully they keep these there because I like not having to go to Aldi for them. I also got this thing of Baby Bell cheese. They didn't have any string cheese, which is what I was looking for. These actually are really good. They're just more expensive than string cheese, but they're like mini white cheddar cheese.
Mom, I love those.
Yes, they're very good. I really like them too. So got one of those. Got a big jug of petite dill pickles. A big thing of American cheese. I've got 3 things of frozen fruit. 2 of them are strawberries. 1 of them is triple berry blend. I did get a big thing of Greek yogurt because I'm going to make, for sure, probably tonight I'm going to do it, make yogurt out of one of those gallons of milk. I got a big jug of cottage cheese, some more maple syrup, big bag of chocolate chips, and then a bag of shredded cheese. So that is our grocery haul from Sam's Club today. Hopefully this will last us at least another week. I might have to go for more milk, or I may not, because we'll be close to heading out to Colorado by then. So we'll see what we have left by that time. All right, we've done most of our chores. I had the kids do a lot of their chores. They are watching a show now, and I am going to make yogurt. So I've got my milk getting warmed up on my stovetop, and while that's happening, I'm going to sweep the floor in here. My yogurt is up to 180 degrees, so I'm sticking it in this ice water bath until it gets down to 110 degrees. I'm gonna add the yogurt in and then I'll pour it. I'm gonna do some half gallon jars this time to put the yogurt in. And then I've got a little bit left of the last time I made it. I'm gonna add that in along with some of the fresh yogurt that I just bought. Diddy, you wanna come whisk this?
What is love that the God of the heavens would stoop down to love me with grace? In the midst of my pride and rebellion, his love wouldn't give up the chase. In each breath that I breathe, when I wake or I sleep, everything I need is found in you, all in you. Everything I need is found in you, found in you.
We've got rice in here warming up, leftover rice. And then got our smokies and our beans warming up on the stove. And this is our dinner for this evening. It's 5:45. My husband is on his way home from work. We're gonna get our dinner on the table, and that is all for tonight. So I hope that you enjoyed hanging out with us. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.